Going live. What's up, everyone? Aaron Negler here with Cheesehead TV, coming to you live on Friday afternoon after Josh Sitton's press conference, bidding the world of professional football adieu, retiring as a Green Bay Packer. The Packers back on the practice field this afternoon as a very healthy unit, as has been well documented. Now, I wanted to talk to you fine folks before I ride off into the weekend sunset and get on a plane tomorrow to head out to Wisconsin. Hello to everybody in the comments. Good to see you. Jack Nagler, it's not even 5 yet. There's no time. There's no schedule. This is done by feel, by guts alone. No, I'm kidding, of course. Yeah, just have to get out, get my girls. So going a little early. Sorry about that. Before I get any further down the road here, let me give you a little piece of advice, especially if you find holiday meal planning very daunting. Like, this time of year, things get busy. Holiday meal planning can be daunting. That's why Festival Foods wants you to have some help. Have a stress-free holiday. With their holiday meal planning guide and easy-to-use interactive table, you'll be able to relax with your guests all season long. Looking to spend less time in the kitchen? No worries. From glazed ham and roasts to sides and desserts, Festival Foods heat and serve holiday dinners will wow your guests. Find everything you need at festfoods.com/seasons. That's festfoods.com/seasons. I mean, Lord knows, this guy's got no time. I'm going to be at Festival Foods tomorrow at some point. I can't wait. Thanks, you are not Coors Light. Thank you for that, Julian. Talk to my co-founder about that. Do you believe that the only thing this team needs is a defense that can stop the run? The only thing this team needs? No, not the only thing. A lot more than that. Love the new set. Thank you. I'm coming to you live from the new Cheesehead TV podcast room. There's a bit of a lack of light, which is why this camera kind of goes in and out sometimes focus-wise. All I've got is one singular overhead light at the moment, but it's coming along. We're getting closer. This is one wall, you can see here. I'll give you guys a little tour here. Over here, this is where the television obviously was going to go. It's pretty cool, though. That's that wall. Over here, we got Rogers, Favre, Cheesehead TV. Got the Cheesehead TV logo there, computer setup, etc. Good times, pretty fun. Looney at tight end. Yes, Looney has been switched to tight end. The former late round draft pick. Usually these kind of moves get made when a team is getting ready to cut bait and they want to try and salvage something, try every opportunity to find something worth keeping the guy around. But we'll see. Matt LaFleur said they thought he was looking good on the scout team, so they thought they'd make the move permanent for the rest of the year, give him an opportunity to practice there. We'll see if anything comes of it. I tend to doubt it, but you never know. John Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Any update on your podcast? Yeah, trying to get Matt LaFleur on it has proven to be the white whale of this season. These are all of the podcasts here, all my streams are put into podcasts on the website and on the feed at cheeseheadtv.com. As far as Nagler's Never Right on the Patreon, probably get back to doing those regularly during the off season. But in season, it's really tough schedule-wise. But if I do ever get LaFleur or any of the other guests I keep playing phone tag with to appear, there's a certain former offensive lineman that's going to come on soon. They'll be up on Patreon. Intriguing game plan from the Redskins. This should be fun. Yeah, Ryan, I saw the headline from Bostic saying that they want to put the game in Aaron Rodgers' hands. The Redskins' plan is to shut down the running game and make Aaron Rodgers beat them. That's where we've come, people. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for them. Will Jeff Janis return to solve our kick return struggles? I tend to doubt it. How will the Packers look to slow down the Redskins' running game? Michael, I think you'll see a lot of heavy personnel usage. Patton obviously is not going to come out and say it outright, but he certainly seemed to allude to the use of a lot more base personnel when he met with the media yesterday. I don't doubt for a second you will see a lot more three-man line, a lot more BJ Goodson than we're used to. Because let's face it, Haskins and that passing game are an utter disaster, and you don't really expect them to do much through the air. Now, obviously, they're not going to run it every single first down, not going to try to be too predictable, but they are going to, like they do like to say, get off the bus running the football. They are going to run it a lot. And the Packers got to be up for the challenge, whether that's an extra man in the box safety wise, whether that is an extra linebacker, three-man line, etc. I think you'll see a lot of all of that. Probably very noticeably different than we've seen, uh, at least personnel usage wise, from the Packers throughout the season. Pettin has been very loath to go heavy a lot. And I think Sunday you will see heavy a lot. See you at Lambeau. I'll be there Saturday, Sunday. GP Daily, what's up, man? Uh, More iconic festival foods or Ticket King? Whew, that's a tough one. You know, Ticket King's been there longer, but festivals come in hard. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. What do you think of the Washington linebacker giving away the game plan? Nick, I wouldn't say gave it away. I mean, it's interesting that idea permeates at all. The idea of we're going to make Aaron Rodgers beat us. Okay, but I don't think it's like Matt LaFleur was asked if he believes in bulletin board material. I don't know if this rises to bulletin board material, but for a guy in Aaron Rodgers who has a history of taking every perceived possible slight and turning it into motivational fuel, maybe not the best idea, but we'll see. The Bears are getting some steam in December. I don't know about that. I mean, Trubisky's still Trubisky. He ran a lot last night. He still had a bunch of questionable throws. Yeah, one that probably should have been picked off. Another one that was picked off. Um, they have a defense. That's what the Bears have a defense which travels, and that's going to help them win some ball games. There's no question about that. It's all down to Trubisky. That 100% still, no matter how many games in a row they've won, it's all about Trubisky. And if he continues to eke out just enough performance to lead them to a victory, then yeah, they're going to win some games. But ultimately, the defense is what keeps them in everything and makes that even possible. So we'll see. We'll see how they do coming into Lambeau next week. But right now, the Packers got to get business taken care of on Sunday. Excellent wide receiver class this year. We need to draft or sign real weapons for A-Rod. Tired of waiting on the developing young wide receivers. Well, you've waited for 9 wins and 3 losses. It's pretty good, but I understand. Hot turds do steam. Amazing. You guys are incredible. Did you see Preston downplay this game for him and get called out by Z? Nick, did I see it? I tweeted it. Yeah, I clipped the video and I put it on my Twitter. I loved it. Preston trying to get all cliched, like it's just another game, and Z basically saying, "Wait, that's not how you were earlier. You were saying how excited you were to play your old team." Straight up called him out. Hey, Nags, did you think it was possible our special teams could get worse than last year? John, that's an interesting question, only because no, I didn't. But if you want to talk about getting worse, they've actually improved in some areas, and especially in the areas that killed them when Ron Zook was in town. That's what's probably so frustrating. It's like they've stopped the horrible penalty issue. Um, Everything from lining up off sides to horrible blocks in the back away from the play that just killed good returns, etc. They just can't block anything. They cannot block up anything to save their lives. And now, whether that's just they don't have the guys to do it, they have horrible schemes, I don't know. But I know they keep cycling through returners, and I don't know what good that does when you can't get them any daylight. There's a reason teams kick it short on the kickoffs against the Packers because they know they can't block it. They know they can't block it. So until the Packers make them pay for doing so, teams are going to continue to do it. Who would you pick to coach Dallas? Mike McCarthy. 1,000,000%. What's your opinion on Campbell's play? I like Goodson over him, but I don't watch the tape. Campbell has definitely not picked up where he left off last year. That doesn't mean he's playing poorly, but he's not playing at that level. He's not playing as well as he did. He really hit the ground running last year, and I don't know if that's a byproduct of the just coming back from the injury or what. As far as liking Goodson over him, I mean, it really depends on the calls and the scheme that Pettin thinks is going to work that week against whatever offense they're facing. And more often than not, that means he wants that three safety look. He likes the versatility it gives them. I think this week we're going to see more Goodson just because of the nature of the opponent. But for the most part, I would be surprised if that didn't switch back the following week. Birthday shout out. Happy birthday, George. Wait, was it? I'm sorry, guys. Look at this thing moving so fast. George Butters, birthday shout out. What's up, man? Happy birthday. Have a cold one. Oh, for me. Hey, Nags, I don't know if anyone asked, but what is your prediction for the Packers against Washington on Sunday? Final score. Give me Packers 31, Washington 17. How's that? Raven Green back soon. He's getting close to the time when they could activate him, but I don't know if he's close medically. No idea. Only the team knows that. Yes, let's draft a wide receiver so we can then watch them develop. Let our guys grow, people. Dustin, I hear you, but I understand the frustrations. I understand what the original commenter was saying as far as quote unquote real weapons. You look at a guy like Hollywood Brown. That would have been nice to have in Green Bay, right? So, I mean, I get it. I understand why people are frustrated with a lack of maybe explosiveness at wide receiver. I love our guys. That's well documented. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they drafted a wide receiver early next year. Yeah. Cheers, Nagler. Don't forget to like the video. Yeah. Thanks, George. Happy birthday. And yeah, people, don't forget to like the video. Sitton, Jose. Nice seeing Josh Sitton retire. Yeah, no doubt. Looking clean cut. Nice new haircut for Josh. The thing about Sitton's presser that really jumped out to me was that everyone who he had rumored and or reported beef with in the organization, whether they're still there or not, he thanked. And whether that was Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy, even Aaron Rodgers, they all got a thank you. Rodgers was there in the front row. It speaks to how some of that stuff probably gets blown up a little bit, and B, time healing all wounds. But I thought it was a great, classy kind of send off for Sitton's career. Um, I got emotional when he was choking up, thanking his wife. That was pretty special, pretty emotional moment. EQ going to have a breakout season next year. It's possible. Now we'll see how he comes back from that ankle sprain. Sitton's press conference was fun. Yeah, Uncultured, it was. It was a good time. I liked it. I liked the bit about him stoning Cullen Jenkins his first padded practice and thinking, oh, maybe I do belong in the NFL. Was McCarthy at the press conference? LOL. No, Mike McCarthy was not at the press conference, but he did get a thank you. I was wondering if he would, but he did. Dante Moncrief cut. Would you take him over Ryan Grant? Maybe. I doubt it. They've been working together for months. Ryan Grant's at least been in the building and knows the offense at this point. You're just going to cut him and go get another guy who's not going to be active on game day? Most likely, at least not for a week or two. I doubt it. Score prediction. I already gave a score prediction, George. Carry the G wherever you go, baby. TBLS Sunday? Yes, because it's going to be such a big blowout. We're going to see a little Tim Boyle action in the fourth quarter. Do I think Billy Turner is worth the money? Yes. I mean, who cares? It's not your money, right? They paid him because he's versatile. They didn't pay him just to play guard. They paid him because he can step over to right tackle if necessary and could possibly be the guy to take over at right tackle when Brian Balaga eventually walks, which probably happens this offseason, although it's not a given. Now, do I think they overpaid? Yeah, a little bit. And the thing that will always be kind of a mystery to me is why they felt compelled to pay him right away on day one, was it? Day two of free agency? Were there really a long line of suitors lining up out the door banging on Billy Turner's door, trying to get him to sign a contract? I don't think so. But they know more than me. So that was always my kind of question: was why was the urgency there to throw that money at a guy who I can't imagine had a ton of suitors? But again, they know a lot more than I do. Nags, who do you think will be our starting tight end next season? Is he on the team already? Julian, yes, I think he is. I think it'll be a mixture of uh, either Bob Tanyan and or Jay Sternberger, and maybe even Big Dog if he resigns. I do think Jimmy Graham will be gone though. Chances you feel the Packers may look for a new defensive coordinator next season? Frank, I don't think they're going to look for a new defensive coordinator next season. I mean, like I said a couple weeks ago, maybe LaFleur says, I want to go get my own guy, but I really doubt it. But McCray was just as good and cheaper. Aaron Rodgers, stop commenting while you're smoking, please. I love Justin McCray. He and I are boys. I love him like a brother, but he's not as good as Billy Turner. Not even close. Sorry. More annoying, Joe Buck or Bears fans? Woo, that's got to go with Bears fans there. That's pretty easy. Danny Vitale at inside linebacker. Now we're just shouting out things. What type of offer would it take for me to go back to the beat? Um, high six figures and free airfare. How's that? Zone coverage problems. Thoughts? See, when you guys say stuff, you type stuff and you say thoughts question mark. It leaves it so open ended. It's like yes, there are thoughts to be had. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. Thoughts. I have thoughts. They are really weak when they play zone, probably because they have a bunch of guys who excel at man. But teams do a really good job in the modern era of rub routes, pick routes, bunch formations, out of motion into bunch formations to try and uh, figure out whether you are playing man or zone. So Pettin has gone with more zone this year, or so it seems, trying to protect against the deep ball, etc. They're just not very good at it. And, maybe that's something they have to look at in the offseason. They have to emphasize. But right now, going into December, at this point, you're on your way to being who you are, right? I mean, you've got a month to hit your stride, so to speak, find some semblance of consistency. And if the rest of the season has told us anything, they are much better off playing man and taking their lumps there. Um, other than that, I have no other thoughts. I'll take one or two more here. I have a fever, and the only prescription is more of a tally. That's right. Who was better, Tremont, McKenzie, or Al Harris in their prime? Ooh, baby. I would definitely take Tremont or Al Harris over McKenzie, but I'd probably go with Al Harris. That's a tough one, though. December, the play gets kicked up a notch. This will be fun final month of the season. Nick, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely 100%. Um, there's just something about that push into the playoffs every week is so important. Watching the standings, seeing how the other teams are doing, watching the Packers play in Lambeau Field. December is the best, man. It's the absolute best. Amazing how fast people jump the gun on people they want fired. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, I agree, Nathan. On the other hand, I understand. It's frustrating. You've got this big, huge influx of defensive talent, but you're still giving up huge 40-yard plays every single game. They've locked it down in the red zone. That's great. They've taken the ball away a ton, and that is great. But at some point, you would think by December, you'd have that big play thing kind of figured out. But that doesn't seem to have happened. Any insight why the Packers have been pulling back on the two running back sets with Jones and Williams in the backfield? I really love the look and the versatility, but been seeing less of it. Frank, yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is it's most likely a very game plan specific kind of thing. There are certain teams that they probably feel they can take advantage of when it comes to linebackers and getting guys isolated. It may also have something to do with the fact that teams are starting, as they have said a couple times, teams are starting to play Aaron Jones a little differently. So they may be getting different looks when they send in those two backs. Whereas before, Teams were predominantly playing base. Now they're probably playing sub a little bit more to get more athletes on the field to deal with those guys in the passing game. So that's just guesswork on my part. But I do think you'll see more or less of it week by week, depending on who they're facing and how they feel they can utilize it. I still can't believe Corey called you Coors Light. Mark, sometimes you just got to take the big hits and keep on trucking. That's what I do. My co-founder calls me Coors Light. Just got to brush it off and play hurt. Raji, your remarks complete. Let's move TBLS to wide receiver. All right, it is time for me to go. You guys are the best. It's Friday afternoon. There's 173 people here chatting Packers. I can't thank you guys enough. Just remember, if you with holiday meal planning that feels daunting, that's why Festival Foods is here. They want to help you have a stress-free holiday. With their holiday meal planning guide and easy-to-use interactive table, you'll be able to relax with your guests all season long. Looking to spend less time in the kitchen? No worries. From glazed ham and roasts to sides and desserts, Festival Foods and heat and serve holiday dinners will wow your guests. Find everything you need at festfoods.com/seasons. That's festfoods.com/seasons. Also, if you are interested in supporting what we do here at Cheesehead TV, please consider giving us $5 a month at Patreon, patreon.com/Cheesehead TV. It supports everything we do, both on the video side, social content, everything. Can't thank you guys enough. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. We're devoted to you here at Cheesehead TV. Thanks a lot, everybody. Go Pack. Talk to you Sunday.